And just as things are getting better over at DC, the proverbial shit hits the fan. This is the Sox Rocker Show. Jimmy Gunn, what the hell is going on with you, son? Just when you had everyone hyped about Superman Legacy beginning production in March, you go and run your big yapper on social media yet again. Now, everyone who is anyone these days knows that you have found your Supergirl in one Ms. Alcock. Congrats, little Jimmy. But it's created a bit of controversy on social media as of late, specifically because shortly after announcing her as Supergirl, you somehow deemed it necessary to let it be known that you had her pegged for the role over a year ago. Yes, that's right. You told the invisible Peter Safran that she is who you wanted for the role well before The Flash came out and Sasha Cale made her debut as Supergirl. Hell, Safran even met with her back in July about her still remaining in the DCU. I mean, okay, the girl didn't make the grade. It happens. People don't always get picked for roles, but did she have to find out this way? She already knew a few weeks back that she wasn't in the running because you, little Jimmy, let it be known just who the three actresses were that were screen testing. And as it turned out, she wasn't one of them. I'm sure that was bad enough for her, but to find out over a random X thread that you had no inclination, none whatsoever, to even use her over a year ago? Now come on, little Jimmy. Even for you, that's a pretty lame, crass-ass move to make. Hell, I remember when Machete told her live online that she got the role. She was excited as all get out, and to me at least, she was the best person in the entire debacle Flash movie. I guess it should come as no surprise that you didn't use her in the end, because hell, you didn't keep anyone around from the past regime, but she really had nothing to do with the Snyderverse. Hell, she was supposed to be part of the rebooting of the new DCU because they dumped Cavill. Little Jimmy, all you did was add more fuel to the increasingly burning bonfire of Snyder Bros versus Gunn Bros, and you have no one to blame for this but yourself. And knowing you, as we all do, this will simply roll off your slick back like water on a duck because you have this uncanny, annoying ability to not feel bad and or guilty for any decision that you ever make, whether it's wrong or even who it affects. And while we're on the subject of the just what in the hell is going on over at DC these days, Crazy Train? Well, recently Rocksteady released an early version of Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League, and it is creating yet another controversy because, as I'm sure many of you know by now, bloodied, beaten, and tied up Batman takes a bullet to the head by none other than Harley Quinn herself. And the reason so many people are upset about it is because this is the last performance that the late, great Kevin Conroy did as Batman in the Arkham game series. Conroy, as I'm sure you all know, was the voice of the Batman character for many years, not only in the animated series, but in most of the animated movies. And he was also the one that voiced the character in every Batman Arkham series game. Thousands of people, if not millions, well, they grew up with him as the voice of the Batman. And sadly, he passed in 2022 from complications of cancer. So many fans are seeing this move as, well, rather disrespectful to him and his legacy. Now, yes, the game is in fact called Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League, and so one should expect members to be killed off, but this particular one, Batman is by far the most popular character within the DC universe, and I defy anyone to say otherwise. And the fact that they chose him to meet his demise at this time, well, it's rather questionable to say the least. And yes, other members of the Justice League do meet their end in this game as well, but does that really make it any better? I must ask, did they at least confer with DC about this decision? And if so, why not at the very least give some type of warning? Now, I'm sure there's a memoriam for Mr. Conroy somewhere in all this, but man, the timing, it was just bad, very, very bad. Now, I'm sure that many a Snyder bro is dying to crucify Gunn over this as well, but as far as I know, he and Safran had nothing to do with the gaming division, so if anyone knows any different, please let me know. So tell me, how do you feel about the Batman meeting his demise in the game? Was it disrespectful to Kevin Conroy? Could they have handled it better? And how do you feel about how James Gunn handled the news about Supergirl's casting? Do you think they should have at least given Sasha Calle a chance? Why don't you tell me how you feel in the comments section down below? And if you would, hit that like button and subscribe so you don't miss the next show. And as always, thanks for stopping by. God bless. Socks out.